my name is Jill Blakeway. I'm the founder and clinic director of the Unova Center here in New York City. The Unova Center is an alternative medicine center for women and children, and today we're going to be talking about natural ways of increasing your libido. At the Unova Center, we actually see quite a lot of women who complain that they don't feel like having sex, that they're tired, they have little children, there's never the right moment, and that their sex lives dwindle and that they miss it, and they come to us for help in increasing desire. There have been Chinese texts about using sex to heal yourself since about 200 BC. And what those texts talked about was how functional sexuality can be a very healing thing, how sex can unite yin and yang. There is much talk in these ancient texts about how a man can nourish his own yin by giving pleasure to a woman. And my women patients love that idea, that in fact there's something in it for men to give pleasure. And there is talk in those texts about if you give a woman an orgasm, you gain yin from that orgasm. So there is that idea of uniting yin and yang and becoming whole. And really, in those ancient Taoist texts, what they talk about is that bonding isn't just emotional, but it's also physical, and that it's important to make time to be with your partner sexually. And in increasingly busy lives, that can often be a problem. So each different category of patient we treat in a different way. The people who have low desire, in Chinese medicine, the most common diagnosis is something called kidney qi deficiency and heart blood deficiency. And so we give people herbs and do acupuncture to tonify kidney qi and to what we call calm the shen, which is calm your spirit. And we find those people respond very well, and they tell us that they have much more desire to have sex. The next category of people we see, the people with failure to be aroused, those people also have an issue with their kidneys, their reproductive system in Chinese medicine, but that issue is called kidney yin deficiency. And yin is what gives your body substance, it's what gives you moisture, and what makes you receptive. So you can imagine if you're low on yin, you feel dry and unreceptive. So we give those patients yin tonics specifically aimed at the pelvic area and acupuncture, and within about 6 weeks they tell us that they're feeling more lubricated, that they're feeling more arousal. The people who aren't having orgasm usually have what we call qi and blood stagnation in Chinese medicine. They're stuck, and so their blood isn't flowing in their pelvic area. They're actually the easiest people for us to treat. Acupuncture treats that beautifully. So we give them acupuncture to move blood in the pelvic area, and we give them some Chinese herbs, and they usually over time tell us that they find reaching orgasm quicker. They say, oh, it used to take me ages, but now it's much quicker, it's much easier. The people with pain, we usually ask them to go and be checked out by their doctors. If you have pain when you're having sex, that's a sign of something, some kind of obstruction in some way. It's often endometriosis or fibroids. So we usually send people to their gynecologist, but we also give them what we call blood-moving herbs, herbs to move obstruction in the pelvic area. And usually the combination of the treatment from the gynecologist along with our blood-moving herbs helps a great deal and reduces the pain, and once they have reduced pain, they feel like having sex again. The advice we give our patients is to increase your libido, come in for regular acupuncture. It moves blood in the pelvic area, and it really does help increase your libido. Chinese herbs can really help balance out hormones, and it's really worth seeing a well-qualified herbalist and getting some Chinese herbs specifically for libido. Exercise is great. In Chinese medicine, it moves qi and blood, and a lot of sexual problems in Chinese medicine are caused by stagnant qi. It also, of course, relieves stress, and it makes you feel better about your body, and those are things that make you feel way more in the mood to have sex anyway. We often suggest to our patients that they do Kegel exercises. That's where you would clench your vaginal muscles, a bit like you were stopping the flow of urine, and then release them. Do that 5 times and several times a day, and that also brings blood to the pelvic area and increases your sexual response. For libido issues, usually what we do here at the Unova Center is we treat people for about 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, we should have made a difference. If nothing has changed after 6 weeks, then Chinese medicine probably isn't the right modality. So we usually say, give us 6 weeks and see if we can make a change in your libido. My patients tell me, oh, you know, when I started to have sex again, I felt more connected. I had sex with my husband, and then I felt connected for the rest of the day to him in an energetic way, and that's really what we're talking about.